Welcome back. After a cold, long winter that's not over yet in some parts of the country, I might add,
like
even
here.
though this outfit may not let you know it, the housing market is finally showing signs of life. And according to the S&P Case-Shiller Index, sales of single-family homes increased 0.8% in February. Prices surged nearly 13% on the year.
But here's the bad news. Home ownership fell to just under 65%. That's the lowest level we've seen in 19 years. So what does all this data say about the health of the housing market? Joining us, our own Diana Olick. We also have with us Shari, Olefson, real estate attorney and author of Foreclosure Nation. Also with us in the discussion, Sarah Johnson, IHS Global Insight senior economist. Diana Olick, I guess what we're saying is as prices rise, some people are being priced out of this market and home ownership is going down. Is that what's going on?
Absolutely. That's what we've been talking about for months now. Price gains are really a double-edged sword. Yes, it's a good thing that we're getting that value back in our real estate. We're getting people out from underwater on their home, bringing them into a positive equity position and allowing them to potentially sell. But at the same time, with higher mortgage rates, higher necessary down payments, and higher mortgage insurance premiums, affordability is really taking a hit here, and you're seeing that in the sales.
Shari, do you think this means there are people who are going to be structurally priced out of the housing market who might have owned a home in this country 10 or 15 years ago but won't today?
Absolutely. We know that. We're seeing that particularly from the first-time buyers, many of whom, about 5% more, are living with their families. We've got about 2 million less new household formations for that reason. The good news here, though, is that part of what we're seeing is a rolling back of artificial influencers. So we had the low interest rates, and we had those investors, which is not normal in a healthy housing market. They're now rolling back, and that's where the primary decrease in sales is coming from. The good news is that they were buying the exact same homes that first-time home buyers typically buy, and we're already seeing inventory going up. So hopefully that will be a help for affordability.
Sarah Johnson, what happens? You know, the Fed's tapering now. Rates are supposed to be going up. They aren't yet, but they eventually will. What's going to happen to the housing market when that happens, do you think?
Well, rising rates and rising home prices will certainly slow the recovery in the housing market, but they shouldn't stop it. The demographics are favorable. Demand is outpacing supply. So the big question is, when will building activity pick up?
And what do you think the answer is to that? I mean, we've talked to home builders, and you know they were ruing having too much land on the books by 2008, and they started selling it en masse. Now they're kind of wishing they had that land back again, right?
I think credit conditions for development are still rather tight. Building costs are rising, so there are a number of factors, but bottom line, I think we are likely to see a significant increase in home building over the next 2 years.
But Diana, Bill, I would also argue on that one that when we see the home builders looking to produce more, they're faced with higher costs for land, labor, and materials now, and they've jacked up prices even higher than the existing home market. And we saw that in the most recent report on sales of newly built homes. The question is, if buyers are only the move-up buyers can get into this new home market, and you're not having that domino effect from the first-time home buyer, will the builders have to start bringing down their costs, the prices of their homes, and therefore squeezing their own margins with their own higher costs?
Yeah.
That's what's been holding back a lot of the home builders. That's one of the reasons they haven't increased their inventory in their building.
Yeah. Ladies, we have to go at this point. Thank you for your insights into an important part of our economy right now. Appreciate it very much. See you later.
Yeah, housing is the business cycle, as Ed Leamer would say.
Yes, it is.